We are Pangea.
We're cutting that shit out.
Fuck me, fam.
Fuck no. I love it.
Anyways, okay, so this is our first episode. We had an episode before and then
Fucked up.
it messed up. We even invented this in the episode. It felt so natural in the episode. Yeah, like we just did now. Like it felt natural. It's like we came up with each other, man. But yeah, this is our. This is our first. So this is technically our first episode right now that we've actually got it working. So yeah, this is Pangea with Mahmood, right? What's your name?
You can ask me what's my name, then.
Okay.
Or you can say introduce yourself. You know.
So this is Pangea, like with two of my. This is Pangea, and I'm with two of my brothers right here. I nearly called them my boyfriends. That's why it was a bit weird.
I don't mind.
Yeah, why are we gonna expose this like that?
Anyways, so this is
Mahmood. What you want to say?
Is your name Mahmood?
Yeah.
I thought your name was Huda.
No, Mahmood.
So this is Mahmoud, but we call him Huda, you know? Okay. And then this is
Julio.
But we also call him
Big Dick Boy.
And then this is me, melodramatic, but you can call me. These guys are gonna call me Ali. Why are you cringing for? Why are you cringing? His names, no. You need names. It's like superhero. The guy can't call himself Bruce Wayne and Batman. You know what I mean?
You're not a superhero. You're Ali.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, let's get it going. Let's go going. On our first topic. Actually, do you want to start us up? You said you got something good.
Cool. I got some dumb ones there.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright. So I don't know how recent this is, innit?
Mm-hmm.
But do you know who Scottie Pippen is? It doesn't even matter if you know who he is.
No.
So he's like legendary basketball player, right? His son is playing on the same team as a guy who dated his mom in 2020. Imagine having to play next to someone and he's just in your ear like, I fucked your mom. I was buying her fucking flowers, this shit, taking her to steak dinners. I fucking piped her.
That is so random. That is so random. Like this is it's the podcast, the first episode, and then it's just mentions Scottie.
The real question is how are they playing on the same team?
Fam, I don't.
You're interested.
No, but like, brother, that guy must be like 50 something now. How's he still playing, fam? What the hell?
No, not his dad. Some guy on his team.
How old is his mom then? Like what? 34 maybe?
I don't even know, but she's bad. I'm not gonna lie.
So he dated his mom.
Yeah.
I don't want to be interested in this
Neither,
guy.
fam. That's ridiculous.
Say no more. What's your one?
He interested in his mom, but like, does his mom watch the games as well?
I mean, she kind of have to. She kind of.
She definitely does.
Is this recording? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is. Actually, wow. Anyways, lads. Wow. Yeah. Anyways, on the next topic, anyways, there's a lot of things I actually wrote down. Wow, I wrote down a lot, lads. I wrote some things that we fun. Okay, you know what we can start out with? We can talk about coffins. I really want to mention that with you, man. Coffins. Yeah.
Like
Coffins.
death coffin.
Like, what do you guys think about the idea of coffins?
Death coffin.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's weird, and it's just what do you think? Like, would you guys want to die in a coffin?
I mean, I don't have a choice. If they put me in a coffin, they put me in a coffin, innit?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think you would.
So, what type of coffin do you guys want to be buried in? This is really interesting. So, what type?
A normal coffin, but wood. What the hell?
And you?
I don't even care.
Because you guys, we're both from different parts of the world, innit? You feel me? You're from like Egyptian, Arabic, you know, type, and you're South American, you know.
Yeah.
So we're both different cultures. So like,
Oh, no, I kind of like.
what's your idea of a good coffin?
Of a good coffin?
Yeah. No, go on. This is interesting. I want to know.
Listen, I'm dead. Just throw me in the ditch. I
Okay.
don't need a coffin.
Really and truly, yeah, you did.
True,
need a
yeah.
coffin, fam.
So why do I see people? They're in these black and white coffins, extravagant gold coffins.
It's culture, innit? Plus, when you
But it's like-
have money, when you have money like that, like
No,
you
but-
wanna look cool when you're dead. I don't know.
But you're dead, no?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll bring my opinion on it. I think it's completely stupid coffins. Do you know getting sealed up in a black box? I'm talking about the black box, by the way, not talking about the wooden. But getting sealed up in a black box in the middle of the ground, the amount of space. Did you know that I think it's about 70% of people in the whole world get burnt?
I know.
Yeah.
You get cremated.
Cremated, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So
could you imagine
it happens
could you
a lot in
imagine?
Asia.
Yeah, could you imagine if it was 70% of people like got put into coffins? How much space would would cover? Just, you know how many people die every day?
Yeah, but
So it's like-
you can always argue that when people get decomposed, they decompose quite quickly.
Yeah, but that's a good
So
thing,
you
though.
can use,
Don't you
so
think?
you can
Use it for
a
the soul, innit?
place,
Yeah.
Use their place and just put another body in. That's what a lot of people do. They just,
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you know, I see
Yeah.
coffins as like, I was deep in this. I remember this is kind of a shower thought, you know. So I was deep in this. I was thinking like, people really, even till death, they really want their own space. You know, like they really, you know, when you see someone get buried to the ground, you think of many things. You think of like how much that funeral costs, you know, because coffins are not cheap. You know, we both know they're not cheap, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
I've seen one time when I was driving, passing through, what they're called?
Yeah.
The
Graveyards.
cemeteries,
Cemeteries.
yeah. Like they were selling them for like what, 9K, 5K.
I know it's expensive, innit? It's
Yeah,
expensive.
a bit
So
expensive.
everyone is dying every day, right? But coffins, the coffin himself is expensive, innit?
I don't know
9K,
how much.
man said 9K to get buried. Let alone the cost of like everything else in the funeral, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I feel like
it's personally, I see it as business fun because, for example,
yeah, but okay, of course, but like I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
religiously.
Yeah.
Religiously, Islam, Christianity,
Go on.
everything they tell you to go, you can't get burnt. You're not getting burnt. It's very
Yeah,
hard.
I know.
So,
I know that.
It's at the end of the day, it's just business.
Yeah, but like,
You have to do it.
do you really need to be because you guys have to remember? I'm talking about the silvered, comfortable coffins. I'm talking about when I talk about coffins, I'm talking about coffins.
Yeah, but
I'm
you're
not talking
you're
about the
acting like
wooden.
it's your choice. Like it's not your choice at the end of the day. Like you're not gonna unless like
No, it's
you're
It is.
preparing for
It
your
would
death.
be your
It's not-
choice.
It's not really your
It
choice.
is. If you're in a dinner table, you can say, lads, if I'm gonna die today, don't you dare bury me in that metal coffin. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
okay, but what if you die and you never mentioned it? Who's
But
gonna
what's
buy
the
your
point?
coffin?
Let me tell you something. What is the point? The point. Look, what I'm trying to tell. I'm trying to say like, this is tradition now. You know, now it's tradition to get put into the silver coffins. You know, to drag the body away.
it's been tradition for a long time. You can't say it's been.
No, it's more recent than before. Before, people they weren't so heavy on it. In fact, people would put people into like wooden coffins. You know, you feel me? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like the wooden thing, because you know,
Also, your
wood,
issue
wood
is
over,
that
over
it's
time.
silver.
My
Your
issue is that when it goes
it's not
into the
wood.
ground, it stays for a while. It takes a while for the whole thing to decompose, right? So it's just wasted space. Do you feel what I'm saying? And like
Yeah, but someone can still argue it's under the ground anyways. Like, it's not affecting you.
you
any
say
type
that's
of
under.
way.
Okay, fair enough. You say it's under the ground, but then there's someone who wants to be buried in it. You've covered that place. It's going to take about a lot more years for that ground to actually be. You know what I mean? Like that. Do you know coffins? The silk coffins. You know they take a long time to get buried. I don't know the exact facts, but like they take way longer than if it was a wooden coffin. Do you feel me?
Basically, wood doesn't decompose on the ground.
Does it not?
I don't think so. Does it? I don't believe so. Like, it's wood, but what the hell?
And the point I'm trying to make is
Like,
that
the
like
tree roots don't
me myself,
decompose on the ground.
if I was to be buried,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd rather be buried with the ground, the soil. You feel me? I'd rather You know, like
So
be
they wanted
buried
to
the
carry
earth.
you in something. And
No,
just destroy your body.
in Islam, that's how it is, you know, because you're not buried in a fully wooden coffin. Like they take you there and then they put your body in the soul.
When my granddad died,
I put you in with clothes or no clothes.
No, they wrap you.
Islamically, what happens when you die is a couple of things. Obviously, the first thing is your family members, your direct family, so daughters, wife, siblings, they come to you. Mom, dad, if you died before your mom and dad, they have to do wudu on your body, like ghusl, like they don't wash your body. And obviously every part of your body, and it's direct family because obviously it's not nice for some random person to see like a man's private area or a woman's private area when they're dead, you know. So they wash it up, everything, and they cover you up, and then you get buried. They go put you in a wooden coffin. And I think when my granddad died, I think what they did is they put him in a coffin. They carried him obviously to the place where he's gonna get buried, and then I think they just put him there. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I was still young back then, but it's either they put him with the coffin or they just like picked him up and put him there. So I don't know. It was one of them two. I don't remember exactly. But
yeah, that's something I like that way because we're buried with our earth. It's almost like we came in with nothing and we end up with nothing again. You know, I don't know why you see people like they make these funerals like it's all these big things. You know, like they pay for the cemetery, they hold the body like this. You know, like I'm telling you, a lot of people don't actually realize that the way that it's first of all, it's a big Western thing to have you know what I mean, like a black, like silver coffin in it. Do you feel me? And bring it out. Like people actually don't realize like what it actually does to the brand. I was looking at this. You know, there's no benefit into being buried in a black coffin like that. There's no benefit at all. In fact, it damages the environment. But it's not a big thing because there's not a lot of people that actually result into that because it's so expensive. You know what I mean? It's crazy, isn't it? Would you yourself want to be buried in that way? And you have to deep its death as well. You're going to be inside there and all that, you're going to decompose. Not only, so maybe the outside is calm, but your nastiness is going to end up inside there. So you're not even going to be with the earth. You're going to be in your own little box for years.
But you're dead,
how nasty is that?
Doesn't matter, you're dead.
No, but like, people, the reason why I say that is because the way people will argue, people will say, but I don't want to be buried like in the ground, let my body decompose with all the worms. But your body is gonna be, it's like putting a rotten banana in a plastic bag and putting it in the ground. It's like, it's no different, you know what I mean? Do you feel me? Yeah, no, worms will go into it, but like how could you be, do you get what I'm saying?
I can't lie. I feel like people have this idea that like when you decompose inside the coffin, you just become like a skeleton. Like, have you not like?
No, your bones decompose as well, but it takes longer.
It takes longer.
But you know what I mean? Like, whenever you see like in films or whatever, like whenever they open up like like someone else's grave, it's always like a perfect skeleton in there. So that's what people think. That's what's gonna happen to you. Like your flesh is gonna go away, and it's just gonna be your bones in there. But like, it's not like that, is it? Like you get all like, obviously you're decomposing. Like,
do you know what? I'm gonna say something. This topic as well. This topic. Right now we can keep it in this podcast, innit? You feel me? But this topic is gonna be one of those ones. You guys will also see it as well. It's one of them ones where we'll bring it in a later date, maybe with a special guest, and we hear what they say. Do you feel me? To it, because it's like it gets you opening, but it's you can only talk about it so much. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah.
There's always two sides to the story.
Sorry, 100%.
Like someone can argue, they just have the money for it. What's the need to stop?
wait, but real quick, would you want to be buried in a unmarked grave then?
Huh?
An unmarked grave. Do you mark your graves?
No, but that's the thing. I would much rather, like, I'll admit to you, being buried somewhere where my family can come visit me is nice. You know?
So do you mark?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
asking, do you mark your graves?
Yeah, we do.
You do, because he said no.
No, we do. Like, mark, like, here's where he's buried.
Yeah, so like it says that.
So like, let's say you go.
My mum went to go visit my granddad's grave when he died. Obviously,
yeah.
She never had, like, she just knew he was buried in there. But then, obviously, like I told you, you use the same space for someone else's body as well
Really?
to bury them. Yeah,
I know my grandma. She's buried. It says her name. Tanzania.
maybe, but my granddad doesn't have his name, but they know where he exactly was buried. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like I said,
you
we're-
can't forget.
Like I said, we're different worlds, you know. Why?
Yeah, of course. I'm African and Arab. You're just African.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, here's an interesting one that I brought. This is quite recent. I said, why do we why do we have kings? And he's like, because, people can think for themselves, you know. But I actually pausing that. Like, as much as I want to talk about that, because let's leave that aside. Yeah, actually, this one's even more interesting. It was about the news, about people smiling. You ever seen? In the news, yeah.
Nudes.
News.
Oh.
This one's actually more interesting. You ever had it? I was hearing somewhere like this study was saying that that more people are more people. It's kind of like when a news reporter smiles in the news, it gains this sense of trust between the viewer and the news reporter. Like the viewer almost trusts the news reporter simply because of the smiling. You know what I mean? So it's like you can go on the BBC.
I don't watch news.
I know, but like you have to think about the older people that don't really realize these little things, isn't it?
Yeah, but I can't lie, they don't really smile though. Like usually in the news, they're supposed to.
No, they do that.
Serious,
You're fair. They have an expression, and then how to explain it to you? Like their expressions, their face expressions, like indicates like their facial expressions. It's what tells you what the story is about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's their work. They have to do that. It's kind of like acting. The actors, they have to have a facial expression with every scene.
It was fuck. I forgot why I read this, man. But there was something
This guy's so
important.
unorganized.
Oh, shut up, man. What have you read?
Can't keep your thoughts straight.
Shut up.
I've got stuff to speak about. You know
Go
what
on,
I'm saying?
talk.
Yeah, go on.
I want to talk about love, man. I want to talk about love, you know.
Yeah, tell us about love.
Go
I'm
on.
in love with Andy. I'm
Get
in love with melodramatic.
I hate you.
Yeah, guys, I don't want to be friends after this video.
Do you know?
So I look like I'm joking. Did you forget Spain?
Can I ask you a question?
Did you forget Spain?
Huh?
Did you forget Spain?
A little bit.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question, Julian?
What?
For like, what would you do if I came to you and gave you the sloppiest kiss?
Anyways, lads. New thing.
Like,
You wanna-
I look you dead in the eye, you know?
Do you get?
I raise you up. You tell me that.
Did you get in your tiptoes? I am.
I've got one. I've got one. I've got an
Go on,
interesting
talk
one. Wait. Actually, I've got a different one.
You know he's got one, you know. He's got one. You know, them man there.
Oh yeah. So this is an interesting thing that I've thought about. You ever noticed about things? Things are actually quite easy in life, but it's
What
like,
do you mean?
but it's
No.
like, no. Here's the interesting thing: things that are easy if you can see it. If you can see how to get it, then it's easy.
No, it's not true.
But if there's a puzzle behind it, if it's something situation where you actually have to think about it, then it's hard. Then you agree?
No, I believe everything is hard in life.
Really?
I disagree.
No, I'm being for real.
I disagree.
I'll tell you
You
why.
agree with me?
For example,
I don't know about what you said. 'Cause
I'll give you.
what I heard from what you said was
Okay.
if something requires little to no thinking, it's easy. But if something requires a little bit of thinking, it's hard, and that makes complete sense. But it's not much of a statement. It doesn't mean everything in life is easy.
No, but I can actually argue. Like, for example, if I can see myself, if I can see, look, if I can see, I can make about £1 million, through this little thing, and if I can see how to do it, then it's easy. But if I have to think, if I get to a hurdle and I have to think hard, like stress about thinking, that's where it becomes hard.
I believe everything in
Like,
life is hard.
Why do you believe everything in life is hard?
Give me a general example. What you always talk about?
Learning how to drive.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How's that hard?
it takes hours.
Mhm.
For example, you have to pay money for it, obviously, unless you have a friend or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it still takes hours for you to learn. Why are you smiling?
No, go on. Be serious.
On the next one.
Alright, well, it takes hours to drive.
Yeah.
Learn how to drive. Obviously, it's stressful. When I was learning to drive, my dad was teaching me, and this guy, brother, when I was driving from, when I did a little mistake, you don't hear the end of it. I said turn left. What you doing? It was just long, innit? It's stressful as well.
Yeah.
When you start getting shouted at, it's stressful.
Yeah.
And I'm driving as well. Like, what do you want me to do? Crash the car. So,
Nah, I feel you, and you have that urge to just kind of like speed it. Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
And
I
it-
feel you.
Go on,
you can't drive. Don't talk.
Talk. Ignore him. Yeah, go on.
It takes hours. Time.
Yeah.
Your time is valuable. Obviously, everyone's time is valuable.
Yeah.
Personally, I believe time is more important than anything.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I get that.
So, you learning to drive is hard, obviously. If you bring someone that's just never drove before in his life, put in front of a car, especially a manual car as well, put in front of a car, they would not know.
But that actually goes to my point. So, in fact, it feels like you're almost agreeing with my point, because you're right. If you give someone a car and you give him no experience, then of course it's hard, because he has to think how to actually manual the car, right? You feel me? But if you give him and a driving instructor, someone with experience, yeah, it may be hard for him, but he's got someone that actually knows what to do. And over time, when the guy gives him the experience to learn it,
it's hard.
huh?
It's
No,
hard,
but but like, do you not see? You're not hearing my point. My
Yeah.
point
No, I
is
know
that
what you're trying to say.
if I'm in a
I
car,
know exactly what you're
if
trying
I'm
to
in a car now by myself with no experience, with no guy, with no one, it's hard completely. It's gonna be very hard. I'm gonna be stressing. But the fact that there's someone with me, even though it's hard for me, it's easy for him because he knows how to do it. He knows how to teach me, right? You feel me? So wouldn't you say that? Like, let's say there's two people. There's that guy who has to learn the car by himself, and there's the guy who's with the instructor. Innit? The guy who has to learn the car by himself, he has to be planning and taking his time. He has to make so many mistakes for him. You know, like risking his life, and it's way harder compared to if he has someone with him.
Of course.
Now, would you say that he's going through it hard, and would you say the guy with the help is going with it easy? It's kind of like a math paper. You ever done a math paper and you don't know anything in it, and you don't even know how to add.
No, I've always known everything.
Like you don't know anything, yeah. And then you're just doing the exam, innit? Whereas when you're doing the exam and there's a teacher beside you, the teacher knows what to do and she's coaching you, but you don't know anything. But you yourself,
That doesn't change that. It's hard.
no, but
No,
like
you don't
you don't see the point I'm
Okay,
trying to make.
okay.
So in
First
fact,
of
it
all-
actually makes it easy.
First
And
of
I
all,
know you're saying about
2
money.
points.
The money part,
Number
yeah,
one.
it's hard.
No,
Innit?
it's not even a
I want
hard
you to
part.
describe to me how it's. You said in the example. Describe to me how it's difficult to learn how to ride a bike.
It is hard.
How?
When you drive, so you're telling me when you drove a bike for the first time in your life?
No. You gave me when you get a car, you need to turn left. You need to pay.
Ah, cool.
How do you ride a bike, baby?
Is it? No, it's true. It's right.
Okay. It was, when I first drove, we go the bike, yeah. We went to a guy that doesn't know.
Yeah.
My grandma gave me a bike.
Yeah.
And I was riding it.
Yeah.
I swear to you. And it was 3 wheels. Tell me how I felt. I don't know how I felt, fam.
Because you
Like,
did no, but
It was 3 wheels as well.
yeah.
You know, I felt.
What was the rules?
It was hard.
No, but
Just
exactly.
Just ride the bike.
Exactly,
That's
because
what
you
he said.
didn't know what to do.
Wait, you said just
You
ride the bike.
Yeah.
No.
What, did he also throw you in the swimming pool? He said,
Wait. Exactly. Look away. So exactly, you didn't even know what to do, right? So you didn't know anything. But then now you this ties in more with experience as well. But now you know what to do in it because you can now you can see
With
it.
experience,
Now
yes.
No, but now you can actually see how to ride the bike in it. You feel me? You know what I mean? Now it's the same as, let's say now we join a course now. Me and you, we join a course, and it's about real estate. This guy it tells us step by step how to make real estate. You feel me? Now you lead the course because you say you don't need the course. Now I'm doing the course and I'm learning it step by step and I'm taking my time. Even though it's taking time, you know, I'm learning it. You feel me? You know what I mean? I'm learning it. So it's actually quite easy with me, right? Whereas you have to actually struggle to find the course in it. So that's the hard part, right?
I don't believe you have to struggle. It depends on every person. Some person have natural experience in this. Not experience, natural talent in that. Some person can go up to someone and sell them something so easily, but another person can't. It depends on the person you are at the end of the day. Do you know what I'm trying to say? At the end of the day, you need like real life experience for you to sell a house. You can't just implement I'm gonna just step by step.
I don't know about
not
that,
everyone
you
is
know?
the same.
I hear what you're saying about the fact that like
There's an there's an old saying that I heard. And I genuinely think you both are right. Like everything in life is hard, but it goes like once you know the way broadly, you can see it in all things. So that means like you go into something and it's difficult and you've never done it before and you have no real experience. It's kind of trial and error, right? And then you get it done and you kind of know what to do. Now, if you take the same amount of dedication, the same kind of plan, and the same kind of mentality, and you apply it to anything, you can achieve just as much in anything else.
Yeah, that's actually what my point was when I mentioned it. Like I was gonna say like how nowadays like you can actually see how to make money these days, but people decide like, do you know what I mean? Like like
I think
we're
that's why
all victims. I can't lie. Like
I think that's why people say making your first million is the hardest, because it's like, okay, you made 1 million. Why is it so much easier to make your second, third, fourth, and like
because you're used to it. You have the experience to
so
make the
like,
first million.
Yeah, exactly. So like you've built up that, you know what it takes, you know how to do it, you know like all the steps required to make that first million, and then you take that and you apply it to something else, maybe something more efficient, and it becomes a lot easier. But you need to learn how to actually become skilled enough to get it done.
Okay, so wouldn't you agree with what you just said, that
Life
you would
is
need to
hard.
think
Yeah.
to do all of this?
yeah, but
Ali's point was something that you don't need to think about is easy.
no,
but
no,
if you need to
I'm
think
saying,
about it even a little bit,
I said
That's what I'm saying.
I said if you can see
everything's
it.
hard, but once you know the way,
Yeah.
it's easy.
Yeah. So once you
Yeah.
see, so if you can see it, it's easy. But if you can't, but
Once
like,
you know the way,
yeah.
it's easy.
That's with everything though.
No, but you're not getting, because you're saying yeah, because the way you explained it beautifully. To be fair, you feel me? I was trying to explain it
He's
simply,
beautiful,
you know. Stop it. Okay, don't do that. You know.
Same thing wrong with being gay.
Yeah, is that?
I'm not gay, by the way.
Me neither.
I'm just saying.
Anyways,
For the record.
Yeah.
They're gonna tell you otherwise. Don't ask anyone that went to secondary school with me. I'm not gay.
He is. He just hands.
anyways. Fuck. That's what I'm saying. Fuck. Yeah. So he explained it beautifully, but I explained it more simply. Like, you know,
You didn't explain anything.
You
No.
explained it for 10 minutes.
You didn't
No.
explain anything.
I mean, like I said it like me saying that it's easy to see, but it's hard to think about it. Like, if you've never been in the situation where, like, for example, you have an exam, you can kind of see how to do it. Like, you can see how to revise, but then you just say fuck it. And when you go into the exam, it's actually hard. But when you actually sit down and revise for about a week, it's easy because you can actually see
A
what
week?
to do.
Did you just say a week?
Yeah, hold on. Cut that out. We're gonna blur that out because we're not sponsored. I'm not trying to get sued.
Red Bull, sponsor me.
Yeah.
That's a chunks thing, you know. I'm just using it as well. You know. Put it out there.
No copyright.
No, I like it.
I don't
It's
think
unique. It's not.
It's not unique, but it's been
It's not
used.
his.
It's not mine.
No, it's not. You can actually argue that it is unique because, like, you get in the bottle and you're like, sponsor me. No? Okay.
Let you go home, man.
Shut up.
You've been talking too much already.
Look, you know what? Fuck these topics. There's something. Fuck these topics. I wanted to. There's one thing I definitely want to talk about is travel. If we make a podcast, at least I want to talk about something. Right now, you can go anywhere in the fucking world. Right now, it's so easy to go to anywhere. You can go to the bloody. You can go from England. You can go all the way to fucking Australia, right? You can go anywhere. And people complain about money, but really, it's not even that hard because you'll be spending the same money on your bloody food. Have you seen how much wasabi is? A fucking box of sushi and salmon is 21 fucking pounds. You feel me? You niggas be paying 21 fucking pounds on a bunch of sushi that doesn't even. I can't even weigh it. It probably weighs less than this fucking phone, this sushi, or my mood. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, £21. Like, the point I'm making is that it's so easy to go anywhere around the world, but you guys choose not to. And I'm not even talking about Australia. I'm talking about the places where it's even cheap, like the places like the Philippines or the places like Tanzania. Do you guys even know what Tanzania is? Every time I tell people where I'm from, I'm half Tanzanian. They're always like, "What the fuck?" You don't understand how beautiful that country is. That country you can go. That country you can feel so free, and it's like, oh, a bottle of Fanta is £1. Here, £1 and 10p. There, it's 3,000 shillings. Now, 1 shilling
Isn't that so much?
1 shilling, 1 shilling is 1 bottle of Fanta. But 3,000 shilling is £1. I want you guys to do the maths here. Look, I'm not trying to act
That
like
made no sense.
Wait, so
You said
a
one
bottle of
shit.
Fanta here is
Yeah.
£1.
£1.
A bottle of Fanta there is 3,000
1,000 shillings.
You said 3.
I said
so it's
1,000.
You said 3.
No, I said 3,000 shillings is £1.
Yeah, after. You said that after, so I was
Yeah.
like, okay, so it's still £1.
Yeah.
That's why you confused me.
No, like,
Alright.
look, I'm
What
not
you're trying to say is that a bottle of Fanta there is a third of the price. You know what a third is?
yeah.
Okay. A third of the price.
Yeah. Look. I'm just saying this because it does annoy me that like when you talk to people, like I like to go out and talk to as many people as I can. In fact, I would actually say that I like to say to people, and people always hate when I say this, but I say in my 5 years, I've met more people in my 5 years than you generally have in your whole life. Oh, but and then people are like, I had this one girl, and she was like, but you don't know who I met. You don't know who I met. And I said, fair enough. You're so
Can I ask
right.
a question? Can I ask a
Yo.
question? Do you remember every single person?
No.
So what's your point?
The point is I've met them. Like the point I've met all those different stories. Like it's not even like I've met them randomly. Like I've met them, shook my hand, I've spoken, have a general conversation with them. Generally, like most of the conversations like they just fly by. Like maybe I might take a little thing in and that. But the point when I say that is like right now we're living in a generation where it's so free where you can go anywhere around the world, you can meet as many people as you can, but people just choose to just stay indoors. Like you forget this is the first episode, you feel me? So like people just choose to stay indoors. You know, we discussed this in the first episode, but we didn't get the chance to express it because like the first episode kind of messed up. It bloody froze. You know what I mean?
You fucked it up.
I'll bang you so hard in the face.
It's true.
Nah, I'm joking. What? But like, we discovered this heavily about how, like, we discussed this heavily, like, on the fact that like introverts these days, like, you guys don't even know the difference. A lot of people will say they're introverts, but like, you're not really introverts. You know? Have you ever met a proper introvert? Like, when you meet them, you can just tell the way they act. You know what I mean? Do you feel me? Like, you can tell the way they are. You feel me? You can just tell. Do you know what I mean? Do you feel me? You know? But there's people that are generally just in between, but they just choose to stay in the bed because it's nice and warm. And it's like, you could be doing so much. Right now, we're so young and we have so much energy in us. Genghis Khan, I repeat this, Genghis Khan took in charge of his whole tribe, his whole clan when he was 9 years old.
Yes.
Do you know this?
Nah, so
He was 9.
When he was 9. Look at us, lads. You know?
In it.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Look, when I talk to you, I talk to me as well. Because, like...
Julia, remember your name was Big Dick Julia?
Yeah, when he was...
big dick boy.
Don't say that again. Please don't say that again. I was so weird.
Look, if you ever seen... Lads.
Don't talk about that.
Have you ever seen Vinland Saga? Have you ever seen Vinland Saga? The character... What's his name?
Thorfinn.
Thorfinn.
Thorfinn, bro.
His name's
Thorfinn.
No, it isn't, man. They say it in the anime Thorfinn. What the hell?
In what language?
They say Thorfinn.
Doesn't matter.
It's Thorfinn.
That's his name.
His
That's
name-
the
Makes sense.
pronunciation.
His dad's name's Thors.
Taurus.
Thor's.
No, it isn't, fam.
Who do they worship?
Who
do they
that's
worship?
Taurus.
The God of Thunder. What's his name?
Thor.
Okay, so is it Thor's?
Actually, no, it's Zeus, isn't it?
No, that's a Greek.
That's Greek. You monk.
No, but in the anime, they pronounce the name like that.
I don't know why it's Thorfinn.
Thor.
I don't care.
It's
Okay.
pronounced
I'm saying how they
Thorfinn.
pronounce
Okay,
it.
don't fucking correct me when you're wrong.
Anyway,
I'm
saying you don't
anyways, lads, come on, man.
Pussy.
That character, like, if you actually, because you have to realize when anime is, you have to look at like, this is created by someone, you know. This is in the mind of a creator, you know. When you look at stuff like One Piece or Dragon Ball, this is animes. Now, if you talk about stuff like Game of Thrones or like Twilight or Harry Potter, this is all. You're so uncultured. Shut up, man. So if you look into these shows, yeah, that like you have to realize that these are being made from people, from like the way people think, innit? You know, like some people say, oh, but that's just a show. That's not really real. But like you have to realize this is made from someone who believes that people can act like this. You know, no one really understands the deeper message into, like, you know what I mean, like into these shows. Like no one really wants, even if
Who's no one, but who the hell have you been meeting from? Who's no one? Who is no one?
Name someone.
I swear to you.
Me. Vinland Saga, I understand everything personally. Not everything, obviously.
No, but no, that's very.
Everything is
You can't say everything. But no, you're not getting my point.
You're saying no one. Who the fuck is no one?
But I'm not. Look, the point I'm making is that a lot of people they'll be watching it for entertainment. I get that. Like I watched it.
It is
myself, but it is entertaining. You know,
it is entertaining.
But like, if you really look into these shows, like you're right. I apologize for making it sound like, oh, I know everything. You guys don't know it. You know what I mean? Or something like that. You know what I mean? Apologize as well.
As you
I
should.
didn't say anything.
We didn't say nothing.
Literally.
Yeah.
You're just chatting so much shit.
I apologize, but like,
Accept apology. It's fine.
Like,
you as well.
what I'm saying is, like, you really, if you look into these shows, you really see the deeper message into, like, you can make a deeper message, in fact, as well. Like, you can like, when you look at Thorfinn, about how he grows and how he acts, like, there's actually people in history, like, who are young like that as well, who have to fight, you know what I mean? Have to fight when they're young as well. Like, what's this face? What are you guys doing?
No, it's actually fast. I can't lie.
It's true, isn't it?
Yes.
And like, people back then at that age, they struggled. Now think about our generation now. Think about where we are now. We're people in the UK.
I don't want to fight for nobody.
We're a small percentage to what the rest of the world is. We speak English. Speak English.
Why is that funny?
You know, English. Most of the world is learning, or at least learning English.
That's good, no?
Yeah, a lot of the world speaks English.
Yeah, so it's like,
that's good.
we can go anywhere and we can learn. The world is so big, and we can learn so much. And this is now. Think about in the future when they, let's say, aliens. I believe in aliens personally. You know, like, I believe that there's you know what I mean. A world's too big. You know what I mean?
Do you know what the definition of an alien is?
What?
It's a species that hasn't been identified yet.
Really?
On Earth.
Yeah. No.
Not even on Earth.
In
It doesn't have,
space.
yeah, it can be on Earth.
Yeah.
No.
So if you go deep in the sea, you can technically say there's aliens deep in the sea.
Really?
Yeah. Because not every fish has been found in the sea. Well, we've only discovered like what 10% of the sea, something ridiculous like that.
I think it's
even lower.
I think it's like, no. I think it's a bit more now.
No.
I think it's like 30% now.
No, I don't think it is.
No,
I think
it's
it's
low, fam.
Because I know we explored more space than we have of the sea.
The sea, have we discovered?
Yeah, but look, the point I was making is like.
Oh, yeah, no, it's like it's 35%.
35%.
Yeah, it's big now. It's bigger now.
That's ridiculous. It's small in my opinion. That's too small.
But you guys hearing the point I'm making? The point it's like, you know, a lot of people that I meet, or maybe it's just the areas that I'm going to. Maybe I'm meeting people maybe I should be meeting the rich people, but I think I'm.
What does that mean?
Like, the people.
You know, you can be rich and stupid.
Maybe it's just the areas I'm in, you know.
We're not kind of.
Yeah, probably not.
You can be rich and stupid.
Maybe it's the area. Okay. Maybe it's the areas that we're in, yeah.
You got baited.
No, okay, wait, stop laughing. So we have to, yeah.
We're not cutting that out, brother.
Yeah. No, We're generally out.
No, we're
There's,
not.
there's things that we're kind of. That one you actually have to cut out because it makes you. Because we're learning.
You got baited. That's
Boom.
it.
Okay, wait. Boom.
Boom, bang.
No, maybe it's just the areas I'm in. Actually, you know what? Maybe I wasn't wrong about saying about the rich people. Because like, I feel like richer people, they've got a lot more to talk about. That's what I'm saying. I feel like London's so diverse. There's so many different, There's so many different cultures in London. You can almost admire it. It has its big negatives and it has its positives. I highlight big negatives because it's actually more of an issue. There's more diversity in London than there is a positive. You know what I mean? Do you get it?
Yeah.
But like that's a whole different topic, man. But like when you meet all these cultures and you talk about back home and everything, and you get a taste for them, it's like
Tasteful. Oh, we all.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Shut up, man.
Taste of them.
Like sometimes when I do this and I get rejected by a lot. Like I've talked to people and people just don't want to talk to me, and I get that why. I'm even a small guy, so like I'm not even as intimidated as this guy. This guy's a huge guy. You know what I mean? Tiny. So like if he done it, like I would actually understand. But like,
Tiny.
Can you shut up? You're literally shut up. But like,
high, can't I? Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, okay,
Tiny.
shut up. No, shut up, man.
Tiny.
Shut up. Anyways, like I just don't get it when people, they decline me. I don't get it.
Hey, I'm sorry for interrupting anyway.
So
You know one thing I love, yeah?
Yeah.
One thing I love, this is off topic here, but it just came to my mind.
Yeah.
Manspreading.
And,
I love it so much. And I have a theory as well.
What?
I don't know if I told you one before, but I believe because when I work here, I work as a chef. That's my part-time job. There's we host this event called the Hunset.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of gay people come, gay, lesbian, whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's the men that I see there, the gay men, they're always saying like this,
Yeah.
they're not manspreading. But then when I'm on the train, for example,
Fam.
when I'm on the train and I just see men manspreading, I believe that you can differentiate between a straight man and a gay man
I don't think that's true.
by manspreading.
They should
do a study.
Because then there's feminine.
And maybe.
What about the feminine boys? There's boys that are feminine, but they're straight.
Actually, no, yeah. I have one friend who
met...
loves to sit like this. I can't even do it because he'll crush my balls. But he loves sitting like this.
I said like that sometimes.
No, not like that. Like full on.
Like,
my balls. Oh.
No, never.
I mean, even a friend does it, fam.
And
he's not gay. I don't want to mention his name here.
No,
not doing that, fam. But like,
no, but I think that's a study that should be looked into.
That's a good thesis, but it's not a very valid one.
Yeah, it's not valid.
I've seen it with my eyes.
That's like saying the world. That's saying the world's flat by looking at a boat going around the river and doing this. And say, yo, it's flat. I can see the boat from there. It's a good theory, but it doesn't work.
It just came to mind. I love manspreading personally. I can't.
100%. I remember. I think I heard it was 2012. There was this whole big thing about feminists hating men.
I don't know why. What the fuck was that about?
I think it came out because it was on public transport where a man would do this and it would make the woman move like this. I don't know what happened exactly.
Obviously don't be invading anyone else's
space.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But
look at me.
Let me open my legs. What the hell?
Lads, we were talking this went so off topic, man.
I know, but women, it happens.
Yeah.
No, but
maybe not all.
Should we
talk? I don't even know what you were trying to say. I don't even know what your point was.
You was trying to say what shit.
No,
your point was you should travel. UK has good and bad.
Kiss you.
That's the point. The point is people should just get themselves out there. But anyways, right? Let's just. If I did want to talk about one topic, I definitely want to talk about
No, it's time to wrap up.
No, okay, last one.
Okay, wait.
If I did want to talk about one topic, the one topic I definitely want to talk about is just Pangea itself, our podcast. The word Pangea comes from the dinosaurs. If you guys didn't know, it's when the continents were together. That's the whole point about it. Where we're here,
Stop starting.
and
Man.
we're
Speak up.
brothers. You know, we're brothers right here. You know, but we're all from different. We're all from different parts of the world. You know, I'm like I said, he's South American. You know, he's Egyptian, and I'm half Tanzanian. Half
Wait,
Yemeni,
so you
know?
said he's South American, which is a continent,
Region.
and he's Egyptian.
Brazil. Shut up, man. It's not the same.
He's Brazil. He's
Yeah.
Brazilian. Brazilian.
Okay, Brazilian.
You know, he's more Mexican, but you know.
No, like you're right. Brazil, South America has all these different cultures there, but like it's to just show like the difference. Like he's from a completely different world than we are from. You feel me?
Yeah.
You're Egypt and I'm Tanzania, but we're in the same.
I'm Egypt, not Egyptian. I'm Egypt.
Egyptian, but you're from a different continent than I am. Do you feel me?
Oh, I'm all in the same continent.
They're
I
flaming
mean,
him.
same
Stop
continent.
flaming him. Just let the man
No, it's okay. I deserve it. We're from the same continent. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
My one half is, anyways. The other one's in Asia.
What do you want, huh? Boy, no visit Yemen, man. Relax. You don't touch me.
So, yeah, we wanted to make this podcast. We wanted to bring back guests as well when they come. They
So
also
want to
be,
bring guests from around the world.
yeah, literally. and
Not
just-
literally from around the world,
but like,
just like
okay, not literally, but like we want to bring guests, and we just want to talk about our differences. Really, that's the whole point of our podcast. You know, we're young right now, and we want to be like the Genghis Khan. You know how
Yeah.
he went from 9 years old, and look what he did. Like, we can do so much when we're young. You know, I feel like a lot of people they don't realize the power of the youth. You know, we right now are living in a generation that our parents are living in right now, but their generation is starting to end, and our generation is starting to begin. You feel me? Like this says, new sunrises comes and then sun falls. You feel me?
yeah,
So we're,
that's true.
you know, so
I like that, you know. I like
What?
that saying.
What?
Their generation is ending.
yeah,
That's- I like
literally. So it's like that's our podcast. Literally, I like to say if people ask what our podcast is about, I simply like to say that we're in the young mind. You know, in the young mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that as well. I can't lie.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, stop smiling. Still getting gas.
So yeah, I won't lie to you. This was our first episode. Our first episode was okay. Our very first episode was absolutely amazing.
That was too
It
good,
was
man.
so good.
I'll tell you what, yeah.
It's absolute pain.
I'll tell you what.
This
Well,
doesn't hold a candle to that.
yeah.
No, it's
Later
finished.
on, we'll set up a charity. If you guys donate to that charity, then you can.
It's gonna come to me.
Then,
Yeah.
then and then
I'm joking.
and
And
then if you donate to that charity, whatever amount you can get that video. Like we'll make like a premium service. We'll look into it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, you can make a
What are you talking about?
you make a. I think it's on Patreon. You can
That's not a charity. That's
That's not a
not.
charity.
That's
No,
not a charity. What the
But
hell?
like,
That's
but
not
like
powerful.
their money they put. So we're gonna make it so like we have a charity, and if they post it to that charity, if they put money into that charity, then they get access to this as well.
So you're telling me individually, or everyone's gonna get access to it?
Individually.
You've lost your mind. That's
Why?
not a charity. That's just someone paying for the video.
No, but they're paying, but the money's not going to us. It's going somewhere else.
That's
Oh.
you can technically say they're still paying for the video.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, I feel like it's
Why
better.
don't you have it where if they reach a target money, everyone gets.
We'll
access to
see.
it?
Anyways, it's later on,
I
man.
know.
We'll see. But that's what I want. I just want. I feel like it would be nice helping up like communities and stuff. You know, that's our point. Pangea, we're together. You feel me? Like I said, anyways, we want to wrap this video up. So
Yeah, I am not holding no one's hand.
We are Pangea. Nasty boy, lady boy.
yeah, you see, this is why you don't go to Egypt. You know.
Don't touch me. Smoke you right now.
joking. I'm joking. You said you're gonna take me there, yeah.
Put that.
No. Oh, 1 point.
For fuck's sake,
Shit.
man.
No, we should end it. I was gonna talk about. Okay, quickly. You know, one big reason for us as well is that right now, I feel like continents are dead now. To say that you're in a continent, like a country, for example, not continent. Sorry, countries are dead now. To say that you're proud to be from this country, proud to be this country, but you're living somewhere else and finding people from that country. I feel like it's just dead now. You know.
I agree.
You know, I feel like right now it's the internet, you know? So that's why the whole idea of Pangea, it's going to be like a Bitcoin type thing where we all can live.
Yeah, we'll get Google Translate before the subtitles.
Yeah, no, that's a must.
Okay, wait. Okay, anyway, so let's wrap this video up. This video was absolutely. It was. I think
Absolutely
It was okay. It was,
I
it was
was
absolutely
okay.
okay.
Like it started out rough, but we got there. Do you think?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Anyway, next time.
We get better. We always get better. You know, me, you,
progress.
all of us. We'll do all this in this together.
Practice
You know?
makes progress.
Okay, let's end this now. Let's end this because right, I want wings. You know what I mean? Alright, cool.
Put the hand down.
Get the fuck out.
Put the hand down.
Pangea.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Pangea!